Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of the Alpine Valley School podcast. I'm your host, Missa Gallivan. Usually before I record an episode of the Alpine Valley School podcast, I do research, I write a script for myself, and I pretty much plan the whole thing to within an inch of its life. But today, I decided to take a little bit of a different tactic and speak from the heart. I don't want this to sound overly rehearsed or scripted. Obviously, there's no script. And I want to share with you my message of gratitude for Alpine Valley School. I've mentioned several times on this show that my journey to Alpine Valley School was one that was very painful for me at points. My parents really started looking at alternative education because I was suffering as a young person. And the transformation that I underwent at Alpine Valley School was nothing short of a revolution. Alpine Valley School gave me my confidence, my sense of self-worth, and an even greater treasure, friends that I still have to this day, almost 18 years later. And for me, the thing that I'm most grateful for Alpine Valley School is actually something that hasn't even happened yet, or it hasn't officially happened yet, which is that it's a place for my son. And I'm going to get a little emotional, so fair warning. When I had a child, even before he was born, when I knew I was pregnant, the thing that would always send me into tears of gratitude was knowing that he's going to come to this school and that he'll never have to be in an environment where someone tells him that he's not good enough, that he'll never have to question whether or not he is worthy. Those things he'll just take for granted. And I'm not here to say that there's never going to be struggle, because there's always struggle, and it's a different kind. It's a different sort of struggle. It's more of an existential struggle that kids at Alpine Valley School have the opportunity to deal with. And I look forward to him coming home and telling me he's bored, or he's having an interpersonal conflict because it's a small school and that happens, and saying, oh gosh, I remember what that felt like. I'm so grateful that I get to have that conversation at some point in our future, and that he already gets to come with me to work, and he has to be under supervision at this point because he's only 3, but he loves it. He already knows this is a place where he belongs, that he's been coming since he was 2 months old, and this is his school. And I don't think that that's a unique feeling to just kids that have been coming here since they were 2 years old, or 2 months old, excuse me. I think that's how kids feel once this education really takes root. And I know that because, thankfully, several graduates and other members of our community called in to let us know how grateful they are for Alpine Valley School. And I'm going to play those messages for you in a second. But the reason for this special episode of the podcast is that today, the day this podcast is launching anyway, December 5th, is Colorado Gives Day. And this is the one day of the year that Alpine Valley School fundraises really hard. We a little bit like NPR, where you have, the week that NPR is going to be talking to you about money, and this is our day to do that. We build our budget as bare bones as we possibly can. I mean, I think try to provide obviously the essential services and set money aside for projects that we want to do, and like this podcast and things that are important to us. But y'all, we do the bare minimum. And we even then rely on donations to meet that budget. We budget for donations on this day, and we plan to get a certain amount, hopefully. And with all of your generosity, hopefully this year we will be able to meet our goal, and we won't have to cut any particular services or anything from our budget that we've already established. So that's why we do this. We exist in the way that we do because we fundraise, because we're a nonprofit. That's just part of the deal. And so I appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to this podcast, to look at all of the stuff we've got going on social media today. It's all so deeply appreciated. I really can't emphasize enough how much this means, your support, your involvement. So on this Colorado Gives Day, the focus here is gratitude. And you heard my message of gratitude already, but I want you to hear from some other people before you decide whether or not you want to make a contribution to Alpine Valley School today. And I want to stress that if you do decide to make a contribution, there is no amount that is too small. If you want to donate $1, that helps. Every little bit makes a huge difference to us. And I mean, I really feel that if everybody who is in our community, in our extended community, donated $5 or $10, it would really impact the bottom line. So if you're waffling and you're saying to yourself, well, what difference is my small contribution going to make? Man, make it. It makes a huge difference. It really does. I thank you already. Just go do it. And here's how you can do that. If you want to make a donation of any amount, you go to www.coloradogives.org/Alpine Valley School. Or you can go to our Facebook page, our website, our Instagram. Everything we have is going to have a link to that today. You are not going to be able to miss it. Trust me. So that's where you go to make your donation. I'll plug it again at the end of the show, but I want to go ahead and pause now to listen to some of the beautiful messages that were left for us from individuals whose lives were impacted by Alpine Valley School, expressing their message of gratitude.
My name is Aubrey Suter. I graduated from AVS in 2008, and I'm grateful for the staff's unrelenting dedication to sustaining the school. For many years, I was a close witness to the daily effort that goes into keeping the school running, and I know what a labor of love it's been. So thank you to all the staff, past, present, and future, who create and sustain an environment where young people can learn how to thrive. I know I can safely speak for my fellow graduates when I say that we are all grateful for the impact you've had on our lives.
Hi, this is Kay Cameron. I am deeply grateful to Alpine Valley for the freedom, the support, the community that was provided for my child for 10 years. I noticed immediately that his health improved, and really the joy of life was returned for both of us. School was a joyful activity. Thank you so much, Alpine Valley. You changed our lives.
Hi, my name is Gina Mancuso, and I was a student at AVS starting when I was 6, going up until when I graduated in 2009. So I spent a lot of time at AVS, and I'm grateful for quite a few things stemming from that experience. But I think the most important thing to me was just the sense of community that I had when I was there, and how that helped me learn the tools that I needed to learn the things I needed to know, if that makes sense. I had a lot of really good friendships, and those stemmed from just presenting ideas and challenging ideas, and we would learn from all of those things and grow from different perspectives. And I'm grateful for that because I still find myself using that today to learn what I need to know in my life as an adult. So it's been a great experience, and I'm really appreciative of that. Thank you.
Hi, Missa. It's Phoebe. Calling in to tell you why I'm grateful for AVS. So, a few things. One is I know I can make community anywhere I go. Second, as someone who has so many interests that pull me in different directions, my time at AVS taught me that it's okay to be interested in many things and that the sky's the limit. And number 3, if I trust myself, I can do anything. AVS gave me the space to learn who I am and how I operate, and I can trust myself to do anything I set my mind to. And if I fail, that's okay. It's just onward and upward from there. And, super grateful for the time I had at AVS. All right. Thanks. Hope that helps. Bye.
Hi, this is Hannah Williamson, and I'm one of the first students to go to AVS in 1997, and I have countless reasons why I'm thankful for AVS, but I'll try to keep it brief. Above all, I'm thankful for the love and support of friends and mentors that have stayed close to me over the last 20 years. I'm thankful to everyone at school who showed me patience and kindness when I was growing up there, when I had so much going on at home. It left room for me to learn a lot. I sadly didn't have the opportunity to graduate from AVS. I had to switch schools, and I've moved to a few different states since then, but I've always stayed close to my friends and all the people I care about. I still talk to my best friend, Gina Mancuso, at least once a week, among many other friends. I'm thankful to Larry and everyone at AVS who encouraged me and taught me to be honest and brave, whether that's being vulnerable and letting people see who I am or challenge what the world presents to me. Those skills have given me the confidence to think for myself and trust what I feel. The support of AVS never left me, and that allowed me to have high standards for myself and the people I bring into my life and the groups that I've joined, the jobs that I want, any personal goals that I have. And those standards have helped me cultivate the life I have now. I have a happy, loving home, confidence in my work ethic, which has led to interesting job and learning opportunities. And I'm able to have the skills to maintain what's important to me and then challenge myself to make my life even more wonderful than it already is. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk about it. I love AVS so much, and I'm so thankful to everyone who is still keeping that school running.
I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who called in and shared their stories. I think just listening to them, you can see how powerful they are. And you guys, what we're trying to do with this fundraising is make more stories like these. And you are the key ingredient. You are what makes it all happen. So that's why we need your help, because we want generations of kids to call us in 10 years and tell us how fabulous their lives are and how happy they are and how much they treasured their childhoods. And not that they never had any problems or difficulties, but that they were all useful, that they all contributed to a life that is meaningful and important. And that is what we need your help with. So as I said earlier, you can make a donation directly today, Colorado Gives Day, by going to www.coloradogives.org/Alpine Valley School. Or again, you can go to our website, our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter. We're going to be all over it today. And if you can't make a donation, if you just can't, I understand fully. And what you could do for us in that case is share our posts, share it on Facebook, share on Instagram, share our email. We're going to be sending out an email today too. Forward that email to anybody you think might benefit from reading it and might be willing to contribute because Alpine Valley School has touched their life in some way. That is a great way to help, is just help us boost signal for this and spread the word far and wide. Tell people in your own words, in your own Facebook post, what Alpine Valley School meant to you, how it affected your life. And those words, those personal appeals can really help us to bring in more contributions from people that we normally wouldn't reach. It's huge, you guys. It makes a big difference. So if you can't give anything financially, just raise awareness. Keep talking about us. Keep sharing this podcast. Lots of people have told me they share this with their friends and family, and it's a huge benefit. So if you want to share this episode, go right ahead. It's going to be the main podcast on our website on alpinevalley.school.com/podcast. But it is only available for a limited time since obviously we're appealing on a particular day. So if you want to do that, you want to get on it right now because it's not going to be around for very long, that will help. You are so important to helping Alpine Valley School continue to touch as many lives as we can. and celebrate the lives like mine and all the people who called in and all of you guys listening out there whose lives have been touched. We are educational revolutionaries, and we need you to be with us here on the front lines, going out and continuing our good work. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And especially thank you to my fellow staff members, Janet, Connie, and Larry. There would be no school without you guys. There would be no legacy. And boy, what a legacy. I feel so grateful to show up and be with you guys every day, to learn from you, to have been either literally or figuratively raised by you. And I am so grateful from the bottom of my heart every day. Today is the day. Today is Colorado Gives Day. Go out and if you can, make your contribution or share on social media or do both, whatever suits you. We just want to say how thankful we are for you to be part of our community and for you to help make this all happen. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed listening.